Hi guys, welcome to the Fight Tonight channel. Former lightweight champion Richard Commey in an interview with Boxing Social said the absolute champion of the division George Kambosos should hold one title defense before moving up to fight with the tops. At the moment, Kambosos is the champion. It seems to me that he should make one defense and only then go up against someone with a big name. He's a man and he will decide what to do, but if anything, I'm here. And if he talks about me, then we can definitely fight. Recall that Kambosos is considering the candidacies of Vasyl Lomachenko and Devin Haney, but relations with the latter are strained. Former absolute lightweight world champion Teofimo Lopez said in an interview that he wants to see WBC title holder Devin Haney as the next opponent of his abuser George Kambosos. Let Kambosos do anything. He can do whatever he wants. I want him to fight Haney. Devin talks a lot and the longest. I think they need to discuss everything and arrange the fight, said Lopez. 23-year-old top lightweight prospect Ryan Garcia believes that streaming DAZN wants him to become the next opponent of de facto absolute champion George Kambosos and not de jure WBC champion Devin Haney, because it's spectacular. Garcia now has a fight scheduled for April 9 against Emmanuel Tagoe, the first since his victory over Luke Campbell in January 2021. DAZN was very sad that I didn't fight Joseph Diaz, because such a fight would have been sold out everywhere, Ryan told CampoBox TV. Their subscriber base skyrocketed after my fight with Campbell. The highlights alone have been viewed 18 million times. So yes, there is a reason they want me to fight Kambosos. The sales that come with my fights, the number of viewers. It can be 3 times more than George and Haney, Garcia said. Kambosos trolled Haney. DAZN didn't have any money for you. Prospect says Devin's problem is that he doesn't want to risk everything to knock someone out, like I do. He goes out to win and I go out to do not only that, but also put everything on the line to break in and knock out the opponent. I fell asleep when Devin was fighting Diaz. He'd run away. He acted like Joseph Diaz was some kind of monster. I had to go out and take him out. I'm bloodthirsty when I'm in the ring. I want to destroy the opponent with every serve, assured Ryan, who left at Reynoso. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. If you really enjoy the content, then please subscribe to my channel and keep watching the videos. If you are subscribed, then you receive notifications about the release of new videos. You do not even have to look for anything personally. I really want to get 100 subscribers on my channel. I'm trying very hard, absolutely every day, and I need your support. Your likes, comments, reposts to social networks. Thanks to everyone who subscribes to my channel. You are my support. Thank you so much. Last week, the top prospect of lightweight American Ryan Garcia decided to change his mentor. He left the most successful of the Cuban coaches, Eddie Reynoso, for Joe Gooden. According to Garcia, Eddie is too busy. He has a lot of star fighters, including the king of pound, Mexican super middleweight Canelo Alvarez. Meanwhile, on the sidelines, it is now excluded that the reason for Ryan and Reynoso's parting could be the mentor's desire to train Garcia's antagonist, American lightweight Teofimo Lopez, the former absolute champion of the division. The fighter himself doesn't rule out such an option. Ryan left because of me? It is not excluded. There has really been a lot of talk about me and Reynoso lately. How true is this? Look, he's a great coach. I like his connection with his fighters. I've talked to Canelo about it several times. Let's see what happens next. But in any case, my father will remain number 1 for me, the most important in the team. This place, the head coach, is always his, Lopez said. In October 2020, Lopez beat Ukrainian Vasyl Lomachenko and became the absolute lightweight champion. Last November, he sensationally lost all the titles to Australian George Kambosos Jr. Lopez on the variants of the new absolute. He is a bore. It's up to him to decide. He has the right to fight with whomever he wants. I would like him to fight Devin Haney. Their negotiations dragged on. I think they need to drop all this shit, sit down together at some table and finally come to an agreement. and Lopez himself plans to resume his career in May. I have an operation ahead of me, so I will not be able to return to the ring a priori before May, no matter how much I would like it. Team Devin Haney still hopes to make George Kambosos fight. Team Devin Haney still hasn't given up on getting a fight against George Kambosos Jr. next for the Undisputed Lightweight Championship, despite the Australian's promoter Louis DiBella saying they've moved on. It will seem pretty obvious to most boxing fans that DiBella and George Kambosos have no intention of making a fight against Haney. However, he and Matchroom are still hoping to set up the contest. It's thought that Ryan Garcia is a target for Kambosos' first title defense of his 4 belts. Vasyl Lomachenko's promoter Bob Arum can't afford to fight with Kambosos, and he is not likely to pour a ton of money into a contest that he can't sell to United States audiences. Placing the Kambosos vs Lomachenko on regular ESPN might not attract the fans that the network would be hoping for. Unfortunately for DiBella, Kambosos has not had the visibility in the United States in the past for the fights between him and Lomachenko to bring in a considerable number of casual boxing fans to watch the battle. Ryan Garcia has the best chance of getting the fight with Kambosos because he's got a massive following on social media. He can single-handedly bring in fans by alerting his followers about the contest. I think I can't really stand Lou DiBella, to be honest, said Frank Smith to Boxing Social, when told that DiBella claimed that Matchroom's counteroffer for a Kambosos vs Haney fight was insulting. Ultimately, we want to make the biggest fights, as the biggest fight is the undisputed fight between Devin Haney and George Kambosos. Really, if he was sensible, we would all work together and get this right. How can we make this fight happen, and how can we ultimately make the most amount of money possible for our fighters? It's our job to do for our fighters, said Smith. If you look at it from Kambosos and DiBella's perspective, they want to ensure they hold onto those 4 belts for as long as possible to keep making money. The best way to do that is select opponents that they have a pretty good chance of beating, which in this case is Ryan Garcia. If DiBella were to pick Lomachenko or Haney, he would be sending Kambosos to an almost sure thing defeat against those talented fighters. Although Ryan has better hand speed and punching power than Haney and Loma, he has not been active lately, and he is still quite green. We haven't seen Ryan in with the type of opposition that Lomachenko or Haney have fought in the pro ranks, so he is likely to fall apart when the crafty Kambosos starts showing him different looks. Kambosos is a limited fighter, but he's a clear guy who will try and get his opponents to chase him around the ring, so he can land sneaky shots as he did against Teofimo Lopez in his upset win over him last November. Kambosos' fighting style would never work against Haney or Loma, because they won't be fooled the way Teofimo was repeatedly. Take out everyone's interest. Our job is to deliver for our fighters. And I think if Lou DiBella cared about that as much, then these types of fights would happen, said Smith. But let's see how this plays out. I think George Kambosos wants the Devin Haney fight. I think it's the fight that makes the most sense. We want it, Devin Haney wants it. So we will see. Lou says a lot of things, so let's see, said Smith. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel.